Bhagavad Gita, chapter 5, Sloka 24. Siddhant, we will do chanting. Yontaha
योऽन्तः सुखोऽन्त
Raramas
रारामस्
Tathantar
ततान्त
Jyoti
ज्योति
Revayaha
रेवयः
Sayogi
स योगी
Brahma Nirvanam
ब्रह्मनिर्वाणम्
Brahma Bhuto
ब्रह्मभूतो
Tigacchati.
निगच्छति
Shloka 25. Labhante
लभन्ते
Brahma Nirvana
ब्रह्मनिर्वाण
Mrishyaha
मृष्यः
Sheena
क्षीण
Kalmashaha
कल्मषः
Chinna
छिन्न
Dvedha
द्वेध
Yatatmanaha
त्वदात्मानः
Sarvabhuta
सर्वभूत
Hite Rataha.
हिते रतः.
Thank you. Now the meaning part, Shloka 24. Shloka 24. Yaha who Ananta Sukha, happy within the self. Ananta Aramaha, enjoying within the self. Tatha, as well as Ananta Jyoti, inner light. Eva, certainly. Yaha, who. Saha, he. Yogi, yogi. Brahma Nirvanam, liberation from material existence. Brahma Bhutaha, united with the Lord. Adi Gacchati, attains. Now Sri Krishna ji is saying, these yogis who are happy within themselves, enjoying the delight of God within, are enlightened by the inner light. Such yogis become united with the Lord and are liberated from the material existence. So, na taha sukhonta rara mas ta jyoti, that is ananta sukh, endless sukh, eternal happiness. Ananta Aram. Anant is what? It is no limitless. Aram is the comfort. We say, na, I am in a comfort zone, Aram. And Ananta Jyoti. So a person who realizes these three qualities within himself knows that he is no different from God, since he is very small portion of the God, and so he is very happy within himself and gets free from the cycle of life and death in this life itself. So if when a person becomes a yogi and possesses these three qualities, then that person is equal to God. He is not the God, but he is a very small portion of the God, because he is possessing all the qualities what the God is possessing. So we also come to know that what are the qualities that Supreme Lord has. What are the qualities that Sri Krishna ji has. So Sri Krishna ji says that a person when becomes yogi and have all these qualities, then he is very much like me, like Sri Krishna ji, and he gets freedom from the cycle of life and death in the life itself. So when a person follows all the rules, all the regulations, all the path, what is being shown by Sri Krishna ji in Bhagavad Gita, and when that person reaches to this level, then he is free from this cycle of life and death, and he becomes equal to God. That is why we have great saints to whom we worship. So they have attained that level. That is why people are worshipping them. You know? So that is the reason that in the life itself people start worshipping them, because they see the reflection of the Supreme Lord in them. That is why people worship few people and they become big saints, big yogis, Mahatmas. No, we call them Mahatmas also, Sant Mahatma. So this is the reason why they are being worshipped, even though they are humans. They are humans like us, but they have attained a level that they become like God. So a person possessing Ananta Sukh, that is eternal happiness, will not seek happiness from anything or anyone. That person will not. Uh, so basically, what happened? We are normal human beings. So we get happiness by seeing our loved ones. We get happiness by doing something no, which we like. We seek happiness when we go for a holiday. But a yogi will seek happiness only by being on divine consciousness. That person doesn't want anyone and doesn't need anything to be happy. He is happy by realizing that he has God inside him or her and always being in divine consciousness. And a person possessing Anant Aram means that he is at peace within himself. Comfort is what? We are peaceful, right? You are not worried. A person is not worried. The person is not in tension. The person is not scared of anyone. So that is Aram. It can be anywhere. Like we can say Anant Aram in our house itself, that we know we are secured and safe. So this yogi is Anantaram at anywhere. It's that yogi need not be at home. He is Anantaram. He is in the comfort zone anywhere because he has realized God. He enjoys himself and is at rest. Such qualities ensure freedom from anger. So that yogi is free from being anger because he is following all the rules and regulations which is being set by Sri Krishna ji. He is following the path of the Supreme Lord. So the main two enemies of humankind are killed with the above two qualities. So what are the main two big enemies of the human which the human have within themselves? It is
anger,
one more.
desires, desires.
Yeah, true. Anger and desires are the biggest enemies of anyone, any human, which is within themselves. It is not outside. So these two enemies are killed by these two qualities. A person who understands the true knowledge of the self becomes Ananta Jyoti. Na, that it's enlightened. So and he will be united with God since he understands that he is a small portion of God and his God are same. So this is what it is, the message by Sri Krishna ji, and we also come to know the qualities of Sri Krishna ji. So basically, if we see, God is trying to make us understand in different ways. And we should also understand the patience of Lord, that so patiently he is trying to know make humans understand that what they have to do in the life, why they have got the human life, and what should be the real goal. So we also learn one more thing here, that we should also have patience while dealing with our loved ones. Basically, when a when a child become an adult, and after an adult the child become a parent, and when they are dealing with their kids, so that time all the parents lose their patience. They start scolding, screaming, hitting the kids. So we also learn one more thing from Sri Krishna ji, that we should have the patience. You have to have. You are a parent. You have many commitments. Even Sri Krishna ji have many other commitments. But when he is handling his children, we all are his children. We are coming from him. So he is our parent. He is handling us so patiently. He's trying to make us understand again and again, again and again, in different ways, that what you have to do, what should be your goal. So then why don't we also try the same thing with our kids? Kids are kids. They will be naughty. They will not listen to the parents. They will no. In Hindi we say that गलत रास्ते पे चले जाना और रास्ता भटक जाना. Everything will happen. But as a parent, we need to be patient and we need to sit and talk to them. We need to listen to them. We need to discuss what they want and what we want. Because obviously, parents are experienced. So we tell that we have seen everything. you don't do the mistake. Same Shri Krishna ji is also telling, don't do the mistake, है ना? Set your goal properly. But see, in throughout the 18 chapters in 700 slokas, he is trying his best to convince us in different ways. So we should also have patience throughout and deal with kids with very patiently. So now we have only one parent at Sri Krishna ji, but our kids have mother and father. So one can be very soft and one can be strict. We can do that way. Like being both the parent very strict, the kids will suffer. They will stop listening to the parent and they will find someone else. They will go and find someone else out of the house. So instead, one parent should be strict and one should be very soft, so that you are able to handle your children properly and your child is with you. Otherwise, it will be very challenging when the children start going outside and searching someone who is listening to them. And nowadays, kids are very different. We cannot beat them, we cannot hit them, we cannot scream also. But we should talk to them. So, this is what also we learn from Sri Krishna ji, to be patient, how to handle kids. To handling children is a very big task. As they grow, it's very difficult because now the time is different and they react in a different way. So better we try to be like them and to handle them, because every kid is different, every parent's expectations are different, every parent want their child to be in a different way, then the child want to be in a different way. So many things are there. So we need to sit and discuss with our child kids, then how the things work, what is there in their mind, what is there in our mind, right? So many things we learn in this one shloka. Okay, Usha Baji, your turn.
Sri Krishna. Here, Sri Krishna is saying that a human being who is really everything goes on the Sri Krishna's path, followed by Sri Krishna's path. Krishna has described in Gita chanting that how human being should follow. One, if he follows, he will reach to the yogi level, which is one of the portion of Sri Krishna is similar to Sri Krishna. He become the little god type, and he will always be entirely happiness which he got, always happy, and he become the peaceful life and free from death and life. So one should follow the Sri Krishna's path and become the yogi to free from the cycle of life and death, and he should follow the happiness also. He will always feel happy from the inside only, not for the outside. Wherever he goes, he is happy and free from everything, not any
Any
desire,
desire,
not
not
any
any
angry.
angry. Thank you. Ritu Abhi.
Yeah, in this shloka, Krishna ji says that a person who has eternal
Eternal
happiness
happiness
and
and
who
who
gets
gets
this
this
divine
divine
knowledge,
knowledge,
he
he
raises
raises
himself to
himself
the
to the
level of
level of
God
God
and he
and he
becomes a
becomes a
part
part
of
of
Krishna himself. And in this life itself, he will realize he will be freed from the
the
cycle of
cycle of
life
life
and
and
death.
death.
He will get moksha in this very life. So that is what Krishna ji says in this shloka.
Thank you, Siddhant.
Yes, ma'am. So here, Lord Shri Krishna says that people who have like eternal happiness. So there are three qualities, which is eternal happiness, and then someone who enjoys like realizing that the God is inside them, Lord Shri Krishna, and then someone who has attained the true knowledge and has the knowledge of Lord Shri Krishna being inside them and have realized it. So these yogis who have done all of this, plus all the instructions that Lord Shri Krishna has given in the Bhagavad Gita, once they fulfill all of those requirements, then they'll be able to attain the moksha and are liberated. So here, Lord Shri Krishna is highlighting the three main qualities that you need to like know, and then also like how to get the moksha, as he said before. Yeah.
Thank you. Now, Shloka 25. Labhante achieve Brahma Nirvanam, liberation from material existence. Rishya, holy person. Krishna Kalmashaha, whose defects have been destroyed. Chinna, eliminated. Dwadhi, doubts. Yata Atmanaha, whose minds are disciplined. Sarva Bhuta, for all living entities. Hite, in welfare work. Ratha, rejoice. So, those holy persons whose ignorance and defects have been destroyed, whose doubts are eliminated, whose minds are disciplined, and who are devoted to the welfare of all the living beings, attain God and are liberated from material existence. So now what happens next? That a person has attained till this level. So what happens? A true yogi or a rishi muni or a saint or a sage or a holy person possesses these four qualities. So, what are the four qualities? That person is free from all the doubts. We have so many doubts, whether I should do this, whether I should worship Sri Krishna, or whether I should worship Vishnu, or whether I should worship Shiva. So many doubts are there. Then, free from all the defects. Defects in the sense sometimes we do some sin, it is not intentionally, but it just happens. So how it happens? When we differentiate between humans, when we differentiate between living beings, when we have expectations, so that time that sin occurs. So that is the defect. So this yogi is free from all the defects. Complete control over his or her mind, that is discipline. you know so that person yogi is able to control the mind. So when a person is able to control the mind, who is controlling the mind and body? It is the soul. When now what happens? Now the senses, mind, heart, everybody is controlling each other and the body, and soul is resting inside and witnessing everything. But this yogi, when a person attains this level, that time the soul is controlling the mind, the soul is controlling the senses, the soul is controlling the body, the soul is controlling the heart. So that person, yogi has attained discipline. You know, he is in the discipline, very much controlled discipline. It's very difficult. So, does activities for human welfare and not for personal welfare. So, that yogi will act and do anything and everything for the welfare of everyone. It is not that they are selfish, they are doing only for the self or for the family. They work for, in general, for the welfare of the humanity. So these are the qualities a yogi or a true yogi or a great saint or a rishi muni or a holy person will possess. So these are the qualities what Sri Krishna ji also possess. He also has this. Sri Krishna ji is working for himself? No. He is 24 by 7 looking after this universe, looking after the creation what he created, and it is selfless. It is not that, no, like, okay, I like this creation, I know I will give more to that. No. He is telling it is according to the karma, what the soul carries. The result are that. So this is what the qualities of a true yogi, plus these are the qualities what Sri Krishna ji also possess. Siddhant, your turn.
Yes, ma'am. So here Lord Shri Krishna is explaining like the qualities of a true yogi or a holy person or a devotee, and he says that they should have discipline, like they should be able to control themselves from any material desires. They should be free from defects. I think there's also there should be no doubts in their minds whether they should go towards the path of Lord Shri Krishna or not. They should have a clear mind, and they should care for like the wealth, like they should care for like all beings. So I think it was welfare of all beings.
Yeah.
So here Lord Shri Krishna is saying that these four you need to are found in every like true yogi, uh, holy person, devotee, etc. So this is what he's explaining. These are four more, yeah, qualities.
Thank you. to Avi.
Yeah, so in this shloka, Krishnaji first explains the qualities of a true yogi, and he says a true yogi will have attained this knowledge. So he'll have a clarity of mind. He will not have any doubts, and he'll have divine knowledge, and he will have no materialistic desires. And when he achieves this, all of these, he will work for the benefit of everyone. He will not be selfish and not work for himself. So these are the qualities of a yogi.
Thank you. Shawari.
Here Sri Krishna is explaining about the qualities of the true yogi. He is saying that once he reaches the level of true yogi, he will have no desires, anything attachment to the material life. He will reach the happiness, internal happiness and all. He will have no doubts. He have a clear mind, so that he will be always like Krishna's path. So he become like God. So he will be always the have the quality of all the things.